Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about my new loom, my Jane loom made by Louet. This loom has 16 shafts. I'm going to go over some of the parts and tell you why I purchased this loom and how it works. We're going to take a look at the back of the loom first. I have the loom threaded with 12 of the shafts, not all 16, because I have a floor loom, spring loom, that has 12 shafts. If I like to do some of the patterns that I'm practicing on this table loom, I have a loom that I can do it on because it also has 12 shafts. I will experiment with the other four, all 16, at some point in time. But let's just take a look at the loom. As you can tell, I have it on a stand, which is wonderful because I'm able to have my beam down here that I beamed on the fabric, and then here's the cloth beam. I'll show you another angle of that shortly. Otherwise, we would have, this would be where the yarn would have been wound on, and the same thing with the other loom, with the front of the loom. The other thing about Louet, they have 8 here and 8 back here. So you have a dividing point. When you're threading your loom, it's kind of nice to have half on one side of this wood and half on the other. It makes it a little bit easier to thread the loom that way. I also attach a cord that I put my extra paper on. I know the loom comes with slats of wood. I don't use those, but if you use those, you could just, they would just fall out as you are using your loom. Let's take a look at the loom now. You can better see where the yarn, the warp is on this one and the fabric is on this one. Right down here, you can be seated and you can unhook that, take it off the gear there, loosen it, and then wind your fabric on here. Also, there's a handle because this whole loom folds flat and you can carry it this way. I like to have, I'm glad I have the stand for 2 reasons. I like the height, and also I can put more yarn on my loom than if you would have the using it out on a table. But you can see on here there are little legs you can put on the table. On the bottom of the stand there are little legs that have rubber on them so it does not slide around on the floor. This loom does have an overhead beater. When I warped the loom, I was able to take this whole beater and flip it over in the back. That was very, very convenient for warping, threading the heddles, and then the reed. The other nice thing, I'm not sure if you can see it here, I'll put my shuttle on. This overhead beater and table loom has the race where you can put your shuttle. That was one of the advantages that I liked about this particular loom, that was available. The other thing I think you can see is I numbered my levers, but what I didn't do every one, I did every other one, and then I also put the numbers on the other side. They're in a silver color, they're not really bright or black, but I can read them while I'm weaving. And on the top of the loom is the rattle that comes with most of the looms made by Louet. You can put several threads in each one, but what's nice is that it has a nice little cover. You can cover it up, or you can take it all the way off. You might have a better view of my levers here with the numbers on them. Very, very helpful. The other nice thing, let me see if we can see it on this picture. I think we can. There's some plastic in here, a little piece of plastic that kind of is attached to the wood. What's nice is that, let me move this off, if I am weaving, I can push it back there and it stays there when I'm throwing the shuttle back and forth. And then you can swing it, it comes back. The other thing to hold your reed in, this is Velcro. You take the top part off, put your reed in, and right now if you hear something going on or if you see a little tail wagging, Maggie's decided to be part of the video today. It comes off, pop it off, and put your reed in. I'll do a little weaving right now, but I'd like you to take a look at something. One of the things that I didn't find the location was to put my little cheat sheet. Right now, since I'm only doing 12, I'm putting it right there, so I know that's number 12. What I do is I take one of the patterns that is tied up for the treadles and I just rewrite the numbers here and I know where I'm at. Right now I just did 3, 4, 9, 10. And what I'm going to do is do the next one, and I push the levers down, and this is going to be 2, 3, or excuse me, the next one is 2, 3, 5, 9, 10, and 11. These are very nice. They push down very nicely. I like the Texlov heddles, very light, and you can see the beater is back. And I can pull it, and I will push it back, and it will stay. And then I just look back up to see where I was last, and the next one will be 1, 2, and it's 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. Now also this moves. Why does that move? Well, as you get closer here, it goes along with the bottom of your bottom threads that are there. And I take the shuttle and I take it across, and again, forward and back. And I look to see I was on 1, 2. The next one is 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12. I do talk to myself. I'm very much used to using a floor loom and treadles, and doing this is a lot slower, but it's a great way to test some patterns, and that's exactly why I got this. And again, I check 2, 5, 8, 9, 12. Go back, and I'm going to do the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and 11. And if you can see down here, there are a lot of different patterns. The reason I got this loom was for me to test different motifs. I found out that I couldn't do certain motifs with only 8 shafts, and that's the reason why I purchased this loom. Again, I really like how it works. Love all the Texlov. I found it very easy, move this forward, very easy to thread as well. I felt that I could see all the heddles easily and just take my time because you have more to thread. I'm going to share with you in a few still shots some of the other things that I wove already on this loom.